The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Look at the team. And to me, he's the most dynamic player on the team, head and shoulders.
He's not a former MVP for nothing. I mean, he earned it. So it's time to unleash him.
Heechul got a lot of space. Beautiful block. Heechul is all by himself, and you will never catch that man. Touchdown.
To Houston's credit, they're here. They're in this game. And it's, to me, one of the biggest stories of the year.
This is where you find out who your leaders are. This is where you find out what type of team you are.
Back to pass, deep shot. Wide open, Sim. It's a walk-off.
Queen City, Houston, the SFL Championship, live on Twitch TV.
Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio for the 6th SFL Championship game between the Queen City Corsairs and the Houston Hyenas, along with yours truly, Greg Morris, Stephen Mullinex, and Damon Simeon, as Queen City and Houston are set to do battle from Cleveland, Ohio tonight as we get you set up for the game, as we will head down to the field shortly. How you guys doing? Well, Greg, you know, this is what, your second, third championship game here?
I don't know. I'm too old to remember, but I am excited for this game. Welcome, Steven. This is going to be bam, bam. Thank you, man.
Yeah, go ahead and listen to my voice now because you're not going to hear it much during the broadcast. I'm going to be listening to these two guys break it down like they always do. And, hit you over here, my main man over here. What's going on?
What's up, Hyena Nation? It is your man, Dion Sam. Damon Simeon here, ready to go and get this game started. Let's get the championship going, Cam.
Big game tonight. Good to see you
All right.
again.
The designated visiting team, Kanye Rockefeller and the Hyenas will call the toss.
Give us tails.
They'll take tails. It's heads. And Queen City has selected the kick, which means that Houston's going to get the ball first, everyone. It's time for the 6th SFL Championship game. Bo Davis has the ball on the tee for Queen City. Let's kick it. We're underway. Barry Bergen's on a return from the goal line. Bergen's out past the 10, past the 20. Oh, and he's plastered at the 21-yard line. And Houston will take over from there. Courtney Coleman is the quarterback for the Hyenas, 6'5", 219, and the Houston Hyenas start from the 21-yard line.
Berger said, where'd that truck come from?
First and 10 of the, I don't know, it probably drove up north with the whole rest of the team. Well, actually, I'm bad at directions there with Buffalo going west. Coleman back to pass. First and 10 of the 21. Fires it outside to the fullback. That pass is caught and he's dragged out of bounds for a 3-yard pickup to bring up second down and 7. Let's meet the Houston Hyena offense. Quarterback is number 9, Courtney Coleman. Darnell Black is the running back, number 28. Wide receivers number 80, DR Sim. Wide receiver number 84 is Josh Fedd. Wide receiver number 88, Barry Bergens, who's been welcome to this game already. And tight end number 82, Brad Wiggins. It's a second down and 7 at the 24-yard line for Coleman, who's out of the shotgun with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right side. Coleman back to pass. And Coleman will fire it left side. The defender all over Josh Bed. That's a 4-yard pickup. Tackle is made on the outside of the 27-yard line. 3rd down and 3 early here for Houston.
You know, Queen City's defense last night, to me, was sterling in their game against the Crabs. And so I'm looking for them to do the same thing that they did last week.
3rd down and 3 at the 27. Damon Simeon, owner of Houston, watching patiently as his offense operates on their first drive of the day. Coleman back to pass for a 3rd straight time. Coleman is looking around, fires left side. That pass is knocked away and incomplete. Looking for DR Sim on the sideline, and Kenneth Lyons knocks it away. And Houston goes 3 and out on their opening possession.
And that's one thing about OKC. Those guys, that defense side of the ball, those guys know how to play some great defense from that corner and that goes free safety over the top.
Yeah, it looked like then they were in a 3-4, which I thought was kind of odd. It may have been a 3-3 though.
Mm-hmm.
So Houston will kick it away. They got 7 yards on 3 plays on their opening possession. And J.J. Howland is back to return the kick from the 34-yard line. Has some room to return all the way up to the 40 for a Corsair first down. And actually Howland not returning the kickoffs today. It's Killings, I believe, or punts, I should say. 1st and 10, however, from the 40-yard line for the Corsairs. Daniel Garcia is their quarterback. And this is not his first rodeo in the SFL Championship game. Made it last year as a member with the Santa Fe Gorillas. Back-to-back championship games for Garcia. He starts under center on a 1st down and 10 at the 40. Back to pass. Garcia fires down the middle. That pass is perfect for a 1st down. Sandwiched in between Lamont Arrington and Kanye Rockefeller to the Houston 49-yard line. Jake Legacy on the reception.
Garcia may want to read the memo about going against Arrington. He don't want to try him too often.
Stephen, what is your key to this game today?
For me, it's going to be DJ Majesty and his matchup against Park Hee-Chol. Can he contain the little dynamo? That's going to be the big key for me in this game.
1st down and 10 at the 49, and Hee-Chol is in the backfield. Back to pass, and Garcia nearly had pressure in his face. That pass is caught. Hamilton avoids Queen City getting a 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup. Chris Taylor is on the reception, and if you're having some choppiness on your end, it may just be because we're operating at full capacity here on our end at the SFL studios, trying to get all this stuff out. 4 mics is not an easy thing to pull off. 2nd down and 1. The handoff on a counter to Park Hee-Chol around the right side. Spins off a tackle, and Hee-Chol is still going. Hee-Chol to the 31-yard line for a 1st down, and Queen City is in scoring position first.
Yeah. Park Hee-Chol, that's all I got to say about that right there.
Houston knows that coming into this game that they would have to maintain and try to stop Park Hee-Chol and make Garcia beat them.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Corsairs. Now trips out to the left side. Morris, Mullinex, Simeon, and myself on the call for the 6th edition of the SFL Championship game, and Hee-Chol will take a carry off to the right side. Picks up a block and is put down after a 2-yard pickup on the outside. That's Knight on the tackle. 2nd down and 8, and let's meet the Queen City offense. Daniel Garcia is number 18, the quarterback. Park Hee-Chol, the running back, number 33. You know those two guys well. Number 81, Chris Taylor, is the wide receiver, along with Jake Legacy, number 82. Howland, number 11. And the tight end is number 83, Brock Studwell. 2nd down and 8, and Garcia drops back to pass. Garcia will fire left side, or right side, caught for a 1st and goal. The 10-yard line, tackle made by Blackwell, but the catch was made by Jake Legacy, who's off to a fantastic start, who has played 9 seasons of sim football with Eric Barkley in this Corsair franchise.
Looked like they caught Houston in a nickel, and they were playing zone, playing underneath too.
Hey Cam, let's watch here. Brock Studwell, the tight end for Queen City. He leads the team in receiving touchdowns with 10. They're in the red zone. They may look his direction.
1st down and goal at the 10. Trips off to the right side now. One receiver off to the far left side, hand off to Hee-Chol on a counter, and Hee-Chol tries the left and nothing doing. Wrestled down by a big fella and Alonzo Hamilton. It's tough to run inside on the Houston Hyenas in the trenches, and Damon, you've been pretty impressed with your linebacker so far this year.
Oh yes, most definitely, and I believe that as far as Hee-Chol running to the left side, it's going to be a long day for him. The Queen City would do better going to the right.
6:55 to go in the first quarter. Flag on the play, first of the day. Heachel takes a swing, and Heachel bounced off a tackle, and Majesty cleans him up at the 2-yard line. I believe Houston was offside. Be interesting to see what the Corsairs do here.
Heachel picking up where he left off the last game.
Was offside on the Hyenas, and they will decline that penalty and instead take a 3rd down and goal at the 2 instead of a 2nd down and goal at the 5. What do you think of that, Greg?
I think I'd have taken them down, man. I mean, golly, give yourself a little bit more time. Because, I mean, this Houston defense is really, really stout down here. Because they use the back of the end zone as an extra defender. So we'll see how it turns out for them.
3rd down and goal. 6:43 to go in the first quarter. Almost halfway through the championship game, if you all can believe that, at least in the first quarter anyway. Down to 11 on the play clock, and Garcia's got Heachel off to his left. Garcia going to throw. Garcia shuffles his feet, fires in the end zone, pass is tipped up and incomplete. And Houston gets a stop. The first of the game for the Hyenas. J.J. Hallam was the intended receiver, and a bunch of Hyena defenders loving that play, including Rockefeller, who knocked it away.
Yeah, you can't be messing with Kanye back there. Like I said, they used the back of the end zone as an extra defender, and so I'm just kind of surprised that they took that they didn't take that penalty.
So opening possession for Queen City will end in a field goal. Bo Davis, the rookie kicker, has been pretty sharp this year, just 2 missed field goals, and we'll try to get Queen City on the board first here in this championship game.
Houston showing why they're the 4th best defense in the SFL during the season. A big stop right there.
So this is from 19 yards away. And the field goal for Bo Davis. The little chipper is good. And it's 3-0. Queen City on top of Houston here in the early going. 6:28 on the clock.
If he can continue to play great defense like this, not great defense, but defense as far as not allowing the Queen City to stack up 7 or 6 points on each drive, I think they'll have a shot.
Damon, why don't you give me your key to the game? Obviously, you're in a unique position as the first ever owner to be commentating their own championship game, and I'm not sure that's going to be pretty rare moving forward, I would think.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Now, Darnell Black has to show up on the offense side of the ball. Houston will not win this game if Darnell Black does not gain over 150 yards plus. He has to show up. He has to have a big game.
I concur.
6:24 to go in the first. Happy to have our folks along here calling the championship game with me. You can also listen to a bunch more SFL faithful, as Inside the SFL will have a show immediately following the championship game with your reactions to the big game. You can visit TalkShoe and search Inside the SFL, or I'm sure Doug will provide the link in the chat room for you. So you can participate in that show, that special show later tonight, and we will certainly be making an appearance there as Darnell Black. It's a game for 6 yards.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to have to happen for Houston. They're going to have to kind of piecemeal for Darnell Black, kind of chip away at it until he can break along it. He's not going to be the dynamic, break it all at once like Parkey Chul.
2 in the backfield on 2nd down and 4 at the 29, and DR Sim, who does not have a catch so far in this game, is at the bottom of the screen. Black takes the handoff left, and Black is swallowed up, a loss of about a yard, as Aquantis Shine and company was there on the tackle. 3rd down and 5. This is Houston's 6th play on offense, and they are still looking for their first down.
Yeah, and Coleman, I still say that he should stay away from the middle of the field, especially against Queen City.
3 receivers, 2 to the left side, 2 in the backfield for Coleman, and they're going to hand it off to Black again. Black on the left side, and he won't get the first down. That's a gain of just 1. That's Shine again on the tackle, holding down that left side of the defensive front for the Corsairs. 2 back-to-back 3-and-outs for the Hyenas.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. You can't throw no shade on Shine.
And Queen City, guys, they had 3 defenders to finish with 100-plus combined tackles this season. McCoon, Shine, the 2 linebackers, and the safety Daniel. So you know they're getting the job done. One other note that I wanted to bring up here about Houston is that they were at the bottom of the league in first downs, and we're showing exactly why here with 2 3-and-outs.
So 1st and 10 at the 37 after the return. Daniel Garcia comes out for his 2nd series. Let's meet the Houston defense. Alonzo Hamilton was the league's leader in tackles. He's the linebacker number 52. Number 95 is DJ Majesty, who also had a tremendous season. Cornerback is Aaron Arrington, as the honors just keep flowing in. He was tremendous. Aaron Payne across the field from him. Strong safety is Dwayne Blackwell, and free safety is Kanye Rockefeller. First down and 10 at the 37. That pass over the middle, fire complete. Rockefeller and Majesty combined on the stop, just shy of the first down. Brock Studwell on the catch, and we're seeing very early on no nerves from Daniel Garcia.
Now, Houston was in a nickel cover 2 then, and that pass is going to be open all day on that particular defense, although they have been known to change it up and run it back into a zone.
Second down and short of the 46. The Corsairs are looking potentially to reach dynasty status. 3 championships in 6 seasons if they can get a win today. Hand off to Heachel around the right side, and Heachel's got a first down. Held up pretty tight after that, a gain of about 2.5. Hamilton was in the vicinity. Not sure if he was the one that eventually came up with the tackle, but it's a first down for the Corsairs just shy of midfield.
I really like the balance that I'm seeing from the Corsairs offense. They're proving why they were the 3rd best scoring offense in the league this season.
3:50 to go first quarter. 3-0 Queen City from Cleveland, Ohio. This is the SFL Championship game, and Garcia fires deep, and that pass is nearly intercepted. Pass intended for, I think, maybe Chris Taylor, who does not have a catch in this first quarter, but that ball knocked away on the outside may have been Howland as well. 2nd and 10, and Houston's defense is all over J.J. Howland so far.
Yeah, coming into the game, the philosophy was they're not going to beat us deep. We're not going to allow that. We'll let you have anything underneath, but we're not going to let you beat us over the top.
Second down, 10 at the 49-yard line. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /Simulation FL today if you already haven't done so, as Park Heachel takes the carry around the right side, and that's most of what we've seen out of Park Heachel as Majesty makes the tackle and brings up 3rd down, but a lot of misdirection for Park Heachel as they try to break the Corsair Little Dynamo open.
Yeah, Houston is loving that nickel defense, and they're running. They've been running quite a bit of man here.
3rd down and 5. First big 3rd down besides the 3rd goal for the Corsairs. Garcia back to throw. All kinds of time. And wide open down the middle. The pass is dropped and nearly intercepted by Blackwell. But a big drop in the middle of the field. It would have easily given the Corsairs a first down. First big mistake for Queen City's offense this evening.
Yeah, Queen City had an issue with that last week, but I thought that was due in large part to the cold, because it was quite frigid when they were playing last week, correct, Cam?
Yeah, and it's beautiful weather here today. In fact, that game in Sioux Falls was in the 30s. Snow blew in later that evening, but yeah, it's tremendous weather here in Cleveland. You couldn't have asked for better weather for a championship game, as that punt is away and will bounce down to the 8-yard line, down to the 2, and bounce backwards at the 4. And that is where Houston will start their next possession. A brilliant punt there from the Corsairs, and so far Queen City has the upper hand.
Wow, that was a nice bounce in favor of Queen City there. But hey, let's keep something in mind here. Darnell Black has 2 90-plus yard touchdown runs on the season.
That's a good stat. That's why we pay you the big bucks here in the booth.
Yes, sir.
First down and 10 at the 5-yard line for Houston, trying to get out of a jam. Down 3-0. Darnell Black takes the carry, smacked down to the 2.5 as DJ McCoo makes his presence felt for a loss of 2.
That shines partner in crime, Mr. McCoo.
That was a nice tackle there. Good wrap up, high tackle. Make sure he put his helmet right across the numbers in the chest. That's how you do it, kids.
Shockscape made it from a wedding to be here in the chat room, so we're loving the fact that he was able to show up, and all of you as well, as Darnell Black takes a carry and tried to get away. Pull Parky Chol, but he's wrestled down. A 4-yard pickup. That's Salvador and Shine on the tackle. And let's meet the rest of the Queen City defense. DJ McCoo and Jesus Salvador running so fast they ran right off our graphic. Aquanta Shine is number 58, Kenneth Lyons number 22, and Patrick Daniel, very underrated gold free safety, wears number 40. 3rd down and 8, the handoff to Black, and Black will bounce off a tackle and pick up only 4. That's 3 straight 3-and-outs for Houston, and some questionable play calling there on 3rd down. Houston playing very conservative here in the first quarter and trusting in their defense.
We're talking about all 3 phases of the game affecting this game. Special teams comes up with a big play, gets the punt way back into the Houston Hyenas territory, and now look at the results here. They're going to get great field position.
That's a good point, Steve. Great point.
Not sure if you that punt nearly went over the punter's head as Queen City came in for the block, couldn't get it. I know with Damon being in the booth, we get a unique perspective here from a play calling standpoint. I can understand why they wanted to run. You know, you don't want to throw a pick six or create a turnover, especially when your defense is playing decent. But would you have liked to see him more aggressive there?
I would have liked to see him a little bit more aggressive there. At least try to hit something across the middle because Queen City was in a pretty much, it looked like it was in a nickel in that 3rd and 3, but they could have did better than that.
So 1st down and 10 at the 47 for the Corsairs. They're trying to expand on a 3-0 lead. Back to pass, Daniel Garcia. Garcia again, all kinds of time. That pass is caught on the outside, turn in the corner, and a big play by Chris Taylor sheds Dwayne Blackwell for a 1st down to the 24. Not so sure he didn't step out of bounds here as we check the replay. Can't believe Garcia completed this pass.
Yeah, that
what do you think, gentlemen?
That was a close one.
I don't even know who that kid is who's guarding him.
Are we going to see a flag? Challenge? Or challenge?
No challenge. It did look like he had the feet in, but boy, he sure did tightrope that sideline, and Chris Taylor's been doing a lot of that here lately, especially in the postseason. So 1st down and 10 now at the 24 for the Corsairs. Hand off to Park Hee-Chol left side, and Hee-Chol's got some space. Hee-Chol is wrestled down by the ankles after a 9-yard pickup. That is Aaron Arrington on the tackle, and Hee-Chol is averaging a solid 4.3 yards per carry.
And there's something you don't see a lot is the first defender gets the tackle on Hee-Chol. He makes it a norm to break the first tackle.
3 receivers, 2 off to the right side for Daniel Garcia. He's got 2 in the backfield with him. 4 down linemen, and Garcia going to take off and run. Got the 1st down and slides down to the 12 with majesty all over him. But Daniel Garcia does what he's done so often, pick up 1st downs with his legs as we come down near the end of the 1st quarter.
Daniel Garcia is one of the few, if not the only quarterback that even runs that play, isn't he?
He is one of 2 maybe, but he runs it more effectively than anyone, that's for sure.
He had 107 rushing yards this season.
1st down and 10 at the 12. Garcia's out of the shotgun, back to pass. Garcia fires down the middle of the field. That pass is caught wide open. Touchdown to Jake Legacy. And Queen City on one of the last plays of the quarter makes it 9-0.
Yeah, I believe Houston was in a man there, and he just got away from his man.
The middle of the field for Queen City has just been wide open.
Yeah, they were in man, and he just outran number 24.
Aaron Arrington.
My goodness, that doesn't happen often.
One of my star players getting paid big bucks, getting burnt on a play like that.
Wow.
Not cool.
So Bo Davis will come out to kick the extra point. Great start for the Corsairs, who have certainly been here before. DJ McCoo is a 6th season veteran. Jake Legacy is 6th season veteran here in the SFL. And they've got the veteran willpower trying to capture a 3rd championship. That kick is good. And Queen City has an early double-digit lead. But fellas, we were talking to the pregame, and if this game is anything like the first 6 playoff games of this season, Houston ain't done yet.
Yeah, don't sleep on Houston, guys. I mean, I know we're early in the game, and there's still a lot of time left, but Houston has gotten here by winning these types of games.
So the kick from Bo Davis will be away. Bergen's back to return. He has done nothing in the return game in this one so far. Just a couple of returns just past the 20. This one will get out to the 25-yard line. There is 1 second left on the 1st quarter clock.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, last week against the Wolfpack, didn't the Hyenas fall behind 17-0?
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah.
No, 14. Was it 14-0?
No, I think it was 17. That's a great point.
Yeah,
that's a great point,
Greg.
Greg.
You're right, Greg. 17-0. It sure was.
They have been here before. Coleman is out of the shotgun now. The hero from last week, avoiding the Rick O'Reilly sack to throw the game-winning touchdown pass to DR Sim. Back to throw on 1st down and 10. Coleman steps up, fires left side. That pass is caught, and I'm telling you, this Queen City defense is all over these receivers. That was tight end Brad Wiggins with his first catch of the game. Forward progress gives him 4. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Queen City 10, Houston nothing. This is the SFL Network, and we'll be right back to Cleveland, Ohio after this.
Your Porpoises 10.
Hey, do you want to read more about the Dallas Cowboys? Try the Landry hat.
Cowboys news for people who need gratuitous amounts of Cowboys news. With all new website features like picture, tons of pictures. It's like adding visuals to an information hurricane. Sound the alarm, you're gonna be uncomfortably informed. What's that? You want more articles? Well, how about electric articles? Made by electrified writers, stun-gunned writers. Cowboys. You'll read about them. The site gives fans information. Fan info. These ain't your dad's puns. These are cowboy puns. Super Bowl puns. Redheads energy. Throwing the X. TurboText. PowerText. More words than your body has room for. You'll be reading so fast, Geriatric Jerry will be like, slow down. And you'll be like, screw you, and kick him in the face with your utter disappointment. You'll have so much information, Cowboys info. Just reading all the time. Power reading, power browsing, power clicking, power looking, power scrolling, power learning, power Googling Cowboys. You'll be swimming in Cowboys. 400 Cowboys. Show the Landry hat to your babies and they'll be good at sports. Makes your babies run abnormally fast. They'll run as fast as Dez. People will watch them running and think they're Dez. They'll race as fast as Dez in a race with actual Dezes. And it'll be a tie and they'll be deported back to Green Bay. It was a catch. Hey, go with the shirt thing. Don't gamble your Cowboys news. Snake eyes. Try the Landry hat, the Dallas Cowboys site that will make you sport. Second and 6 from the Intimidator. 999.
Shooting the gap. I mean, he was blitzing.
Apologize. Had the mics still muted, but we got it. Start of the second quarter, 10-0. Houston fails to get the first down for the fourth time, and they'll punt it away. Queen City from the 31-yard line up to the 35. 9:56 to go in the first half. I know all of you are excited, and every one out in SFL Nation is excited as well. Coming up at the SFL halftime report, we'll have the unveiling of the new team joining the Simulation Football League, taking over for the San Francisco Bulldogs, and we should say relocating the San Francisco Bulldogs. Should be a fun time.
Good luck to all the guys that put in a bid for the ownership of the new team. Good luck.
First and 10 of the 35. Garcia, one-handed grab. That's a 6-yard pickup. That's a generous 6 yards. Legacy already 4 balls for 48 yards and a touchdown. I think this guy remembers what it's like to play in a title game.
I think he's upset we didn't talk more about him in the pregame, and he's making his legacy known right now.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Three wide receivers, 2 to the right side for Queen City. Houston's defense looking for a big stop with their offense struggling early. Heechul takes the carry right side, breaks off a tackle. There goes Heechul. Heechul again gets away to the 41-yard line, pick up 18 yards and a first down for the Corsairs.
That was a very nice run by Parkey Chul. As a matter of fact, Houston was in the right defense to shut him down, but as you can see, he shed a couple of tackles here to make the run. That's just the prowess and the agility of Parkey Chul himself.
I mean, what do you do there as a play caller? When your guys are in the right position and you just miss tackles.
Then you go to the parking lot and go to your trunk.
Bring out the shotgun.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line for the Corsairs. Back to pass Garcia. Garcia flips it outside. Pass caught by Legacy. He's dragged out of bounds. Pickup of 3 yards. That's Legacy's 5th catch And if I'm Aaron Arrington, I'm wondering, or if I'm a fan of Aaron Arrington, I'm wondering when this guy is going to show up.
Well, if I know Aaron Arrington, he will show up, and it'll be at a time when Garcia will not be expecting it.
102 yards so far for Daniel Garcia and a quarterback rating of over 125. That's pretty dang good. Second down and 7 at the 38. Back to pass. Garcia, and he waits a bit before he goes down the field. Caught by Legacy again! Paving the way for a 16-0 lead.
Wide open Legacy. Good night. He's bringing it tonight, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I think that was a mismatch, if I'm not mistaken. We can probably see here in the replay because he had a linebacker on.
Yeah, that's Hamilton out there, lost in traffic. And Houston's got Queen City right where they want them, right?
Oh, they do.
17-0.
They do. I mean, just like they did the Wolfpack last week. Get that 17th point right where the Hyenas want them. Right, DR?
Hell no.
Now, Demond, it's a family show out there.
Sorry about that to all the people out there that's under the age of 18. But this is not where we want to be. We did not come into this game expecting to be down 17-0 with over 8 minutes still left in the second quarter. This is uncalled for. This is undisciplined defense. The offense has not been aggressive as we prepared all week long.
Preach it.
They got to step it up.
Preach it.
17-0 Corsairs. Houston erased the 17-0 deficit on the road at Louisville to win 21-20 last week in one of the greatest SFL games. From the 3-yard line, Bergen's on a return. Houston needs some sort of spark. Bergen's trying to provide it, but spun right back into a cluster of players and some couple of players pushing and shoving out there big time. Surprised the official didn't have to separate him as things are starting to get chippy here.
I just want to make everybody aware. This is the SFL. The drama is real. So this game is nowhere near over.
2 in the backfield for Houston, looking for some sort of momentum. Down 17-0 as Coleman is going to change the play at the line. Sim still without a catch at the bottom of the screen. Back to pass. Coleman, all kinds of time, floats it down the field. That pass is caught by Fed. A pickup of 7 yards to the 35 to bring up a second and short. McCoo with his third tackle.
I know we talk a lot about DR Sim, especially here in the playoffs, but it was actually Josh Fed that led this team in receptions. 57, 837 yards, 7 touchdowns in the regular season.
Second and 3, under 8 minutes to go. 17-0 for Queen City on top of Houston. 2 in the backfield for the Hyenas. And Coleman wants a change of play again. 7 in the box for Queen City. Looks like a bit of a 3-4 defense out there. And Coleman's going to throw it again. Coleman has time. Deep down the field. Caught by Wiggins. And 7:25 breaks a tackle down the 15-yard line. And a big play. The first of the day for Courtney Coleman, and the Hyenas are in the red zone.
That was the perfect play, the perfect offense for that defense, because you were right, Cam. Queen City was in a 3-4 man, and why he got behind the defense, I really don't know. It looked like the strong safety was napping.
Stephen, we talked about this on the primer about how Brad Wiggins had sort of disappeared, and he needed to show up and have a big game, and that was a big catch right there.
Yeah, he got jiggy with it. He got wiggy with it. I love it. The long bomb for the tight end, it's something maybe we haven't seen since week 1. I remember getting an introduction to Wiggins on a place very similar to that.
DJ McCoo with another tackle. That's his 4th. No gain for Darnell Black after that big catch.
This may be the best linebackers in the SFL on both sides of the ball here. We are seeing some great linebacker play.
Second down and 10 at the 15-yard line. 3 receivers for Courtney Coleman. Looking to get some points out of this drive. Coleman back to pass. Deep left side. Caught by Sim. Touchdown, Houston.
There we go.
There's the
There we
playmaker.
go. Just right where they wanted it.
And that is how you answer a 17-point deficit. Courtney Coleman to DR Sim, who reached for the sky for the touchdown.
Now, Queen City was in a zone. Couldn't really catch what kind of zone it was. It might have been a cover 3 because they left that shallow area wide open.
This is what Houston needed. It needed somebody on the offensive side of the ball to step up. Courtney Coleman coming off that great play to win the game in the previous playoff matchup. I'm looking for him to step up. He's stepping up right now.
Extra point is good for Houston. Hyenas 7, Queen City 17. And if you feel like Damon Simeon, I should say, is ever feeling biased out there, you feel free to let him know in the chat room. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Yes, I'm staying in contact with the fans of the league through the chat as well. But in all, man, that was a great drive by Houston. They needed that drive to answer back and let Queen City know that, hey, we're here. You're not going to walk over us. We know you've been here before, but hey, we're here now.
Now let's see if the Houston defense can step up and stop these Corsairs who seemingly can do anything they want, especially middle down the field.
Great.
How are we sounding out there, folks? I haven't heard anything in the chat in terms of anything negative, so that's pretty good, but I just want to make sure everyone's enjoying themselves out there. 6th SFL Championship game, Queen City and Houston from Cleveland, Ohio, as Garcia drops to throw on 1st and 10. That pass is caught over the middle, and a diving effort is made by Howland to pick it up. They marked him down at the 40-yard line, but still good enough for a first down. And finally, Garcia makes a connection with J.J. Howland.
What a catch. That was a nice catch.
Yeah, beautiful catch.
Excellent catch. Good way to keep your eyes focused on the ball and just kneel down and just dive for it. Great catch.
1st and 10 at the 40, 6:12 to go in the opening half. Queen City by 10. 3 receivers all to the right side for Garcia. 8 on the line for Houston as Hamilton makes the tackle on He-Chol. Boy, I thought Park He-Chol was going to get away there, and he might have gone the distance. 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was close. And what makes Park He-Chol so dangerous is his ability to break that first tackle. And once he breaks that first tackle, the second guy better wrap him up, or it's bye-bye.
See you later.
Halfway through the second quarter, 17-7 Queen City, but they're on the move again. 2nd down and 5, Garcia back to pass. Garcia fires right side, that pass is caught again by Legacy to the 35. And right now, Houston's defense has no answer for Legacy, who's got a $109 and 2 touchdowns in this first half.
Yeah, Legacy is taking advantage of the right side of the field over there. He's doing a great job in his routes, making them sharp and crisp. He's not running lazy routes, and he's making sure that he catches the ball when it's coming his way.
What's interesting, Greg, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but Queen City has put Jake Legacy on the opposite side of the field of Ahmad Arrington on almost all of these throws.
Yeah, they are doing some wicky stuff out there. They're running a little trickery here and there.
He-Chol with another big gain, and just like that, the Corsairs are in field goal range again. Rockefeller on the tackle, and maybe this is the Queen City team that we didn't get to see last week after Park He-Chol got hurt. They've been on fire.
Yes, they have.
Hey, there's a reason why Queen City's staying away from that side of the field with Arrington. Arrington and Rockefeller combined for 14 interceptions during the season.
Second down and 2 with the 27. Rockefeller and Arrington have been tremendous, but Arrington pretty quiet here in the first half. 2nd and short, handoff. He-Chol now left side. He-Chol can't be wrapped up. Even the biggest guy on the field can't bring him down for a move of the chains for the Corsairs as He-Chol flips the ball in Payne's direction.
And they don't call him a little dynamo for nothing. He keeps those legs moving.
Somebody tell me how a 5'8", 199-pound running back can break those kind of tackles. It's amazing.
And a 6'2", 215 guy can't do it.
Yeah, and the premier tackler in the league.
First down and 10 of the 24. Garcia back to throw again down the field. Caught again! I don't know how he missed 2 different defenders. Jake Legacy is out of his mind in the first half. Look at this.
Wow.
Jake Legacy is saying, I want some more money in the offseason.
And the owner of the Houston Hyenas lips just hit the bottom of the floor.
The wily veteran is getting it done as Queen City is looking for another touchdown here. 1st and goal at the 6. Out of the gun, Garcia going to take off. Garcia inside the 1 and down to the goal line before he is smashed down by Blackwell and company, but Garcia and the Queen City offense has been unstoppable in the first half.
Queen City is calling an absolutely perfect game. My goodness.
Let's remember, guys, Garcia was here last year. This guy remembers what happened. He remembered this dude went home heartbroken last year. You think he's going to do the same thing he did last year? Heck no. He's coming out to play.
He's out for revenge. Second down and goal at the goal line. Hand off to Heat. Shoulder around the left side. And he didn't get in. That's a beautiful tackle by Hamilton, I believe, who's slow to get up. And Hamilton makes the play. It's third down and goal.
Let's not forget now, Houston is really, really tough in the red zone, especially on the goal line.
Under 3 to go in the first half. Can Houston get a huge stop here inside the half-yard line even? Down to 2:42. Garcia's going to throw it. And Garcia with some pressure in his face avoids and throws out of the back of the end zone. What a stand by Houston to keep it a 2-score game.
Yeah, Houston's no joke on the goal line or down in the red zone.
That's a great defense. Great pressure by the defensive line. Garcia, I mean, he looked it good back there, even though he had a lot of time. He just stayed posed. He just couldn't find anything because, like Greg said earlier, that Houston likes to use the back end of that end zone as a weapon in their favor.
Now, DR, I want you to pull your analyst hat off for a minute now. And I'm talking to you as the owner, coordinator for the Hyenas. When this next possession, what would you like to see the Hyenas do this next possession?
Oh, yeah, the field goal is blocked, and he still made it! He still made it from 17 yards away. Even though the field goal was blocked, it's 20-7, and we just keep seeing things we've never seen before.
Wow.
I would check Queen City for rabbit's feet.
Greg, to answer your question, I would like to see Houston come out and be a little bit more aggressive in the pass. Get a little bit more in the gun. That way, if there's any pressure, we won't be, give
Coleman time.
Exactly, give Coleman time. And I like to see Black man just put some heart into his runs, because right now it looks like the dude's running lazy. Or is it that these linebackers are just that good?
Do you think it would help if they could get Black a little bit more integrated into the passing game?
Exactly. I was just going to say that as well. If they can get him more integrated into the passing game and not just in the run, it would help out a whole lot more.
First down and 10 at the 22-yard line. 2:26 coming up before the half. A 3-back set here for Houston for the first time in this half. 3-4 defense out of the Queen City Corsairs. And Coleman is throwing, swings it out to Black. Black with a big stiff arm, but look at the Corsairs. They are all over it, just a gain of a yard.
They are closing like piranha.
And Coleman took too long to throw the ball to the flat on that play there. You can't do that because the defense is too good, and they will not allow anything to happen as far as you wait that long to throw it in the flats.
Coleman's QB rating is 149 as we hit the 2-minute warning. 89 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Most of that coming on that big play to Brad Wiggins. And that's where the Hyenas have made their bread and butter on those long passes down the field. At least on their way to the championship game. Second down and 9 at the 22 with 2 backs and 2 receivers for Coleman. And again, a 3-4 defense here out of the Corsairs. Coleman is changing the play, looking for some 2-minute magic once again. Showing a blitz on the outside is Queen City. Everyone stays home. Darnell Black runs past everybody, picks up a block. Darnell Black in the open field. 40, 35, 30, being chased by Shine. He won't catch him, and the Hyenas have cut it to 7.
Mama, there goes that man.
There it is, Greg. That's what we talked about. Put some heart into the run, put your feet in the ground, and get with it. Steve, you got anything?
That's his forte. He's a home run hitter. We saw it in week 1. We expected to see it more. And he comes in the playoffs. He's made the plays that have made the difference. They might not be splashy plays like this one, but he makes the 2-point conversion. He makes the first down right at the right moments. And Houston needed this before we go into halftime. Again, Black coming through in the clutch.
Now, might I add, and there's still a minute, 40-something seconds left before the half. So the Hyenas defense got to come out and come correct.
They got to do something.
So extra point for the Hyenas is up and good, and we may look back on that blocked field goal that somehow it caromed off a player and still went in. If that was probably a 25-yard field goal, probably would have been short But we may look back on that, and that could be the difference in this game. Bo Davis, just 2 for 2, all in a good day's work, but someone's got to stop Jake Legacy here if the Hyenas want to get back into this and take the lead, for that matter. So the kick is away for Houston. Howland on a return, and J.J. Howland is up to the 29-yard line. 1:44 to go in the opening half. Corsairs by 6. The SFL Championship game from Cleveland, Ohio. 6th edition on the SFL Network on Twitch. Greg Morris, Stephen Mullinex, Damon Simeon, and yours truly, Cameron Irvine here on the call.
And we're just actually moments away from finding out who the new owner of the old San Francisco franchise is going to be.
Looking forward to it, man.
First down and 10 to the 29, back to pass, and that pass is nearly intercepted. Arrington knocked it away. If he would have turned around a split second sooner, he might have been gone the other way. And finally, Jake Legacy has thrown a pass that isn't completed.
Yeah, Steve, do you think Garcia should be taking chances like that?
Well, you know, he's played well throughout so far. You know, I don't begrudge him of doing it. He's had success. They have a good balance of pass and run, and so no, I think it's fine.
And off to Heachol, left, spun away. Paul Heachol, an acrobatic by trade, a pickup of 5, the prettiest 5-yard run of the game.
You know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, that having been said, I don't know why you don't give this guy the ball all the time. The guy it makes plays. He's lightning in a bottle. He can change the dynamic in games, man. I'd love to see more of him, but hey, you know, they're going through Garcia, and they're up.
They're down 5. Garcia back to pass. And down the field, caught again. Dragging defenders down to the 45, a timeout taken. The middle of the field has been where it's at, and Garcia hits Chris Taylor for a big one.
Garcia is showing right now, dude, why he has a 72% passing rate and 104.8 passing efficiency for the year.
Well, I wouldn't take any shine off of Park Heat-Chul. He's kind of opening up the field a little bit for him.
Right, exactly. Because, you know, Alonzo Hamilton, he's a very aggressive player, and he likes to make sure that their running back knows that he's there.
4 wide receivers for Daniel Garcia out of an empty backfield set. Back to pass against a 4-man rush. Nearly sacked. That pass is caught. That's the first breath of pressure that the Hyenas have been able to get on Daniel Garcia, but Jake Legacy makes another catch, and they're in field goal range again.
Yeah, Houston was in a nickel then. They were playing, I'm not sure what the zone was, to be honest with you, but they were definitely in a zone, which left him open.
I'll tell you what, it looked horrible.
First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. Trips off to the right. Back to pass, Garcia. Garcia again. Down inside the 15 and the 11. And I'm trying to see if that may have been Legacy one more time. Yeah, well, no, it was Brock Studwell. They just continue to move the ball all over this field.
Garcia is doing a masterful job of going from receiver to receiver to receiver. It is almost phenomenal.
And it's clear they have found a weakness in this Houston defense. They're focusing in the middle, they're focusing on the right side, and having tremendous success.
55 seconds now to go. Houston hoping to maybe force a field goal here or get a turnover. Don't want to go back down by 2 touchdowns. Queen City has looked tremendous offensively here in the first half. Garcia back to pass. Garcia steps up in the pocket. Oh, that looked like a hold. That pass is caught inside the 6-yard line down to the 5, but did not get out of bounds. Looked like Studwell was actually trying to run out of bounds there.
Yeah.
Tremendous awareness there, just couldn't make it. 2nd down and 4, Garcia to throw. Garcia flings it out to Heachol. Nobody's out there on him, and Heachol will get in the end zone as Majesty is juked out of his shoes. It's another Queen City touchdown. They're up by 12.
Yeah, that was them not to running that hurry-up offense. It didn't give Houston time enough to set their defense because they called a different defense from the previous play. So, yeah, they caught him napping there.
And we've talked a lot about legacy. Let's not forget now that Heachol is the actual leading receiver for Queen City with 88 during the season. So he's equally effective as a runner and as a receiver.
So Bo Davis will try once again to deflect his kick off of a Hyena defender so that he can make his mark. As his extra point is on the way and clean and good. And with 35 seconds to go, Queen City leaves Houston 3 timeouts and a bit of time left on the clock to try to do some damage here before the half.
Also, let's not forget, fellas, that Queen City won the toss and they elected to kick. These guys get the ball right back.
Oh, you know what? I
half.
completely forgot about that.
Yeah, the Hyenas could be in trouble here.
Big 35 seconds coming up here for Houston to see if they can get something going. The offense has looked a lot sharper since that slow start, but will that slow start be their downfall? Bergen's on a return, slowly kind of up to the 23-yard line. 30 seconds left now for Courtney Coleman, and we'll see if Houston goes aggressive or just is okay with this 2-possession deficit considering they were down 17-0 early.
Now, I'm going to say even if Houston doesn't score here, they're going to be fine. They just have to reassess their defense and come out strong for the second half.
3 receivers, 2 off to the left side for Coleman. Black's in the backfield, and Black will get the handoff. Darnell Black had the last touchdown, tried to get away, picks up just 2, and Houston is going to sit on this. Darnell Black, 97 yards in the first half, and that will likely take us to the half.
And I think that's a smart move on Houston's part. Just count your losses, take it into halftime, regroup, come out for the second half.
Time ticking away. Houston may try one more play here. Down to 5, down to 4. Will they burn a timeout? Doesn't look like it. Down to 1. They will throw it on the final play of the half. Coleman going deep. That pass is nearly intercepted. That is the end of the first half. Houston 14, Queen City 27. After a quick break, we'll go to the announcement of the new ownership group taking over San Francisco and unveil their identity. Coming up in a moment, this is the SFL Championship game. Queen City 27, Houston 14. Actually, let's get halftime highlights first. And actually, we apologize. We're having some technical difficulties on the highlights, but we'll stay here with you guys. And what was the storyline to you out of this first half?
The storyline for me was the Queen City offense was just definitely on point. It's almost as if Houston would fall into a defense that they thought would stop them, and Queen City always had an answer.
252 yards and 3 touchdowns for Daniel Garcia at the half, fellas.
Yeah, Garcia is lighting it up in the passing game, dude. I can't lie to you. I mean, 252 in one half. It's awesome.
And the Houston offense stuttered when they first came out of the game, and they started to show some life, but their defense never stepped up and stopped Queen City at any point. And I mean, that's, to me, it's that defense's failure that's the biggest story of the game. They're going to need to go in at halftime and make some major adjustments in their defensive secondary.
Yeah, Queen City has already scored more points than Louisville scored last week in the conference championship game. Has it been a surprise to you, Greg, that Houston's defense has played sort of, or has had a lot more question marks than we thought they'd have here in this first half?
No, not really, because what I think Houston did, insofar as, and Damon can acknowledge that, is that Houston geared up to stop Park Hee-Chul. And I don't know that they really gave much thought to Legacy having a breakout game. I could be wrong.
Sim just 14 yards and the 1 touchdown on that 1 catch in that first half. He's got to get moving in the second half if the Hyenas are going to have a chance, right, guys?
Yeah, he's got to do something. I mean, look at the player that's guarding him. I mean, he's not known as a factor besides the safety help that they have at the top. They got to do something with Sim. I mean, if they need to go with some out routes across the middle, quick slants, they got to do something.
They need consistency on the offensive side of the ball. Courtney Coleman showed signs that he was going to step up. Black has shown some signs that he's going to step up, but neither one has been consistent. We need that consistency, and then their defense is going to have to play big in the second half and stop this Queen City offense, who really can. It seems like they can just do no wrong right now.
We'll be right back with the unveiling of the newest members or member of the SFL family. This is the SFL Championship game live from Cleveland And we'll be back in a moment.
Team, obviously. All right, it's that time once again for the Inside the SFL Late Show.
It's Wednesday night.
Just to let everybody know, I was having I had a camera with him over here. My internet wasn't working. If I'm Houston, I'm forcing the crack addict to beat me.
Sources tell me
Got to be the rumors I've been hearing. Go ahead.
he may not be an actual drug addict. He may have other issues. We'll let Mr. Houston there go first.
I mean, I just pretty much just been trying to keep everything, pieced together and just trying to just continue working at this puzzle, because that's pretty much what it is. It's just like a jigsaw puzzle, dude. You just gotta keep working with this thing.
We're using all the voodoo we can, man. Get some. There's no football planning. There's no simming. It's just all witchcraft and voodoo.
Nice. I like it. Man, that man stole my sock design. Copyright infringement. Stop wanting
Of all the teams in the league, if you could force a team to change their uniform, who would it be?
You really want to fuck? You gonna have Sam calling up tomorrow morning, aren't you?
Heck yeah! Give us your opinion on everything.
Well, you just opened up the door to all kinds of options.
I know what I'm doing.
Jeez. Oh my God, we're gonna have someone call us up and talk about how they don't like Trump in a minute. We're gonna have somebody.
I'm waiting. That's what I was waiting for. Man, I don't care. I know it's the SFL, but hey, you guys want to talk politics? Let's do it.
Have you ever sat on the toilet and begun to get your toilet paper and realize that they're broken into little squares? For one, I don't know anybody who's ever used one little square at a time. And I expect an entertaining one. And I'll cover this game here real quick. These two teams met one time this year. It was all the way back in week 4. So it's 9 weeks ago. And boy, things changed for each team, obviously.
Hi, my name is Harvey Maddox, and I am a football addict. This spring and early summer, there will be no SFL and no NFL. But there is hope for all of us. It's the CAG NFL Football 24/7, 365. Get your game on playing APF 2K8 with NFL teams, 42 editable players, great competition, and great sportsmanship. Build your team with the allotted point system and take to the field just once per week with your NFL uniforms. Compete for the coveted Dazzle 47 trophy and get your name on the CAG NFL Wall of Champions. Check it out today at www.cagnfl.com. Get addicted this spring.
Side effects may include perspiration, interception regrets, nighttime sweats, out-route fatigue, fade withdrawal, permanent Madden separation, 3-step drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We had over 2 handfuls of people apply for the open ownership position of the San Francisco Bulldogs, and the owners last week made a decision on who is the newest team and newest members to the SFL family officially, at least at the top, and we are excited to make that announcement right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest identity of the SFL, the Los Angeles Sharks, owned by Dwayne Drew and Ed Ritter, who will take over San Francisco, move them to LA with aqua, purple, gray, and white as the color scheme. They'll play in Amity Stadium, beautiful stadium, over 75,000 people, and they're gonna be right in there with the LA Rams. But I know this is a grassroots type of effort, and this team is going to be a popular club here in the SFL. And I want to just get your thoughts on the newest owners, Dwayne Drew and Ed Ritter, and all that they've done, and why they eventually got the spot.
Well, first of all, such great applicants this year. I really felt like, I really hoped that we would have more teams to give these guys, because there were certainly those that are out there that are deserving. And there were applicants that have been viewers and been with us longer than these guys, but they have had such an impact on our league in just a short amount of time. I think they're going to do a wonderful job. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think they're going to do great. Just piggyback on you, Steve, as far as the things that they have done, as far as with the podcast, and then the message board for the site as well. What those guys went on ahead and did, and also, man, they went over and above. These guys went out and they created a website, a Facebook page, a Twitter account before they even got the team. That just shows you the dedication that they had right there, and that's what we need in the SFL. Guys who's going to be dedicated and also want to be a backbone for this league.
So, go ahead, Greg.
Well, there's not much I can really add to that other than the fact that these guys showed that they were all in. They showed that they are well deserving of the team. So congratulations, guys, and I know we're gonna get big things out of you guys for next season.
And congratulations also is in order to I'm an effing problem in the chat. He was second in the running for the spot. And this guy who was a coach for DC, I mean, he has done the right thing. He has just done the right thing from day one. He was a fan, he was a player, he was a coach, and he's going to get his spot here one day. And we certainly, for everyone out there that wants to be a player or wants to be an owner someday, you work your way up and you'll get your day to shine around here. That's what we always say.
As Destro would say, congratulations, man.
Well, he also says, it is what it is.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's just to clarify, it's Doug Bose and Ed Ritter, the co-owners of the teams. They got it. I'm sorry if I botched that announcement and I said the wrong name or something. My colleagues are here helping me out because I never make a mistake, and they might have caught me on one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we Doug Bose and Ed Ritter, although Ed Ritter is Dwayne.
Oh, I said Dwayne Drew and Ed Ritter, didn't
right.
I apologize, Doug.
Doug has been, so impactful, and everybody knows this. All the owners know it. They appreciate what Doug has brought to the league in just recruiting and doing the forums and doing the podcast. He just really excited. We're all really excited to see what these two guys can bring with ownership now, under their guiding eye, their excitement, the fun that they bring. It's going to be good to have these guys in the league.
You can congratulate Doug Bose and Ed Ritter on the Inside the SFL podcast tonight. That's coming up, live podcast. Immediately following the championship game, they'll have reaction to, I'm sure, being the newest team in the SFL, but also to this championship game that still has a half to go, fellas. 27-14. At halftime, Queen City's up by 13. I want to get your thoughts on the most important factor in this second half that you feel like is going to be in this game.
For me, it's going to be Houston's defense. Can they stop Queen City? They need to give their offense a chance to get back into this game. Offense got rolling a little bit. Will they continue to do that? It won't matter if this Houston defense can't stop Queen City, and specifically Legacy.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say. It's not just Queen City. It's Legacy who they got to stop. I mean, this guy came in and ripped the table. He's doing what Revan did for DC last year. Revan was silent throughout the season, but it came championship time. Revan showed up, and then what happened? Greg Corky ended up winning the game.
And you know DR Sim is on the other side of the ball, licking his chops, because he's been the man all playoffs. And Legacy is stealing a little bit of his thunder here. DR Sim going to come alive. See if he can pull another one out.
I just came from out the locker room, and DR Sim was tanning it into Courtney Coleman.
So 27-14, Queen City's on top of Houston, but a second half of exciting championship action is to come. Give us 30 seconds, and we'll be back to Cleveland in a moment. Start of the second half. It is a beautiful night here in Cleveland, Ohio in the SFL Championship game. About 55 degrees and clear skies. Gorgeous. 27-14, and Queen City gets the ball to start the second half. Houston's got the ball on the tee, and they send it from left to right on your screen. And a very short kick as Howland will return from the 13 up to the 31-yard line. And we get back to action here in the title game. Just one half of SFL football in Season 6 left, fellas. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
It is, but it's also exciting. We're on the brink of the off season, and you know what? It's just as exciting in the off season as it is in season for us owners, and hopefully will be for those of you involved as well.
I would agree.
First down and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trips off to the right, and Heachel takes a counter. He's got some space and a nice open field tackle there. A pickup of 5. That is Kanye Rockefeller, and we at least know that he's primed and ready for the second half.
I think that's the first time this game the first tacklers put Heachel on the ground.
It's not the first, Greg.
Oh, it's not?
It's not the first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, DR. I'm sorry.
If you guys could have seen the man's face right there. Oh my gosh, that was priceless. Second down and 5 of the 36. Garcia back to pass, floats it outside. That pass is caught at the 45, floated it outside to Studwell. Hamilton, it looked like he had the coverage on him, and then inexplicably left Studwell to allow the catch.
Yeah, that looked kind of odd there, the way he left his man.
So Hamilton in coverage can't get the Corsairs off the field. That has been Houston's big problem on the day. First and 10 at the 45. Garcia back to pass down the field, caught. Perfect ball. Pickup of 17 yards. Majesty on the tackle. That is Chris Taylor on the catch. And already we've got 2 or 3 different receivers with receptions in the first minute and 20 seconds.
Doesn't even matter who the receiver is. Garcia is putting the ball into tight spaces. He looks great right now. He's hot. The guy can't miss.
So far, is Daniel Garcia the MVP of this game?
Yes, in my boat.
I'm throwing it out there for legacy. He's got to have somebody to throw to, and the guy's made some clutch catches.
First down and 10 at the 38. 9:23 to go in the first half. Back to pass Garcia. 3-step drop. Garcia floats it short. That pass is caught too. I don't know how that was caught in a heck of a lot of traffic. That's Myers, the second tight end, getting involved. He picks up 4.
How was that even possible?
The second tight end. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who they put out there. This guy is nailing them.
Does Garcia have a halo over his head?
You got something.
Legacy 9 for 139 in this game. 2nd and 6 offside Houston. Garcia, free play down the field. That pass is knocked away by Majesty, and it's incomplete, but it's all for naught because that penalty will put not only Queen City in field goal range, but make it a 2nd and short.
Houston can't make mistakes like that. I mean, they had an opportunity there, and they've got to take advantage of those opportunities and not kick themselves in the foot.
So Sapp is the man that jumped offside. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1 for the Hyenas. A field goal still keeps it a 2-score game, but you would think eventually, especially considering that Garcia is prone to throwing interceptions, eventually Houston's got to get something.
Well, you know what they say in the NBA? You got to get some stops.
2nd down and 1 at the 29. Heachel's in the backfield. 4-3 defensive line. Oh, they jumped offside again. Garcia, free play again. That's a catch again. And that's a touchdown again for Queen City. And it's legacy again. Unbelievable opening drive for the Corsairs.
Wow.
Neutral zone infraction, number 90.
Decline touchdown.
They've hit legacy twice on that same play.
They're killing it. They're killing the Hyenas with that formation, with that play. They have discovered some sort of weakness out there.
It's a crossing play.
It's a crossing play.
And the Hyena defense, the zone is just totally discombobulated.
They're saying, hey, you know what we're going to do. We showed you in the first half, and we're going to keep doing it until you stop it. And they don't have an answer for it right now.
So Houston, whose offense has been pretty effective over the last 2 full drives, will try to get it back to a 2-score game. Plenty of time left in this game. But at this point, now you're starting to talk about a comeback of historical proportions. But the way the SFL playoffs have been, we've seen just about everything. Heck, we've seen a blocked field goal good in this game. So you never know.
I guess this would not be that distressing. The only thing that makes it so is the ease with which Queen City is scoring. I mean, they're actually making it look easy.
And you know they're not using Park Hee-Chol as much, and he's being used to balance the offense, but he's not that home run hit.
Right. That's what makes it scary.
And that's what makes it scary. Exactly.
Bergen's return to the 24. The SFL record for points in a championship game is 45, set by anyone? Any takers? Any takers?
No.
By the New York Knights, formerly the Queen City Corsairs, back in the first SFL championship game.
Does this team hold all the records?
Topped the Renegades 45-41. Oh, trust me, they don't own all the records as the Maulers will let you know about. Darnell Black takes the handoff. Black out in the open field, got a first down to the 37-yard line, and that's what they needed to calm the troops. Black actually outperforming Heachel on the day.
Yeah, if he wants for that long run.
But yeah, I understand you running by, and that was a great run by Black. God, they've got to start throwing the ball. They need to put up points, and they need to put them up fast.
Shine on that last tackle.
I'm going to concur.
Thank you.
And the defense
they've got to get some stops when they get on defense.
Got to get some stops. Defense got to get some stops so they can get off the field.
Right.
Defense has been on the field too long.
First down and 10 at the 37. 34-14. Queen City has a big lead. Houston trying to drive down the field. What a play by the official as he ducks under and allows DR Sim to make the catch. Acrobatics all over the field on this one as DR Sim gets involved.
That's what we need to see from Houston's offense right there. Now, if they let's see if they can consistently do that. And Sim, that's the guy they got to get involved.
7:53 to go in the third, 34-14. 20-point deficit, but the Hyenas are on the move. Now in Queen City territory with Sim to the top of the screen. Coleman back to pass. And Coleman's got a lot of time. Fires left side off the hands of the intended receiver, although he did have a couple of players in his face. Lyons was on the coverage, second down.
That play there, the Queen City was in that 3-4 defense, and they shifted the linebacker over, and I was just sure Coleman was going to change the play, and let's see if Black could get another touchdown.
Refresher on Houston's offense. Coleman, Black, Sim, Fed, Bergens, and Wiggins. Wiggins quiet since that long catch that he had later in that first half. Second down and 10, back to pass Coleman. Coleman against a blitz, it's picked up, and that pass is intercepted. Intercepted at the 39-yard line by Patrick Daniel as the pressure on the backside of Courtney Coleman forces the first big mistake of the game, and now Houston's defense is desperate for a stop.
What happened is that you see the receiver, he ran a lazy route. Instead of him going underneath the defender, he went behind him, and the quarterback didn't have no control over that.
And it looked like the defensive line, or either that or a linebacker, got to Courtney Coleman a little bit there, just enough to throw that pass off.
Yeah.
So Garcia back to work, fires it right side. That pass is caught, 4-yard pickup out to the 43. Refresh of your mind of the Queen City offense. Garcia, He-Chul, Taylor, Legacy, Howland, Studwell, and we've said all of their names multiple times on the day.
Queen City's defense did exactly what this Houston defense needs to do, and they need to do it now.
2nd and 6 at the 43. 7:23 to go in the third quarter. It's a 20-point margin for the Corsairs. 5 in the box for the Hyenas. Out of the shotgun, and Garcia's going to take off and run. And DJ Majesty puts him in the dirt and says, I'm sick and tired of you running up the middle on me, 3rd and 5.
That's a name we haven't heard a lot about today, and I thought we were going to hear Majesty's name a whole bunch as he tried to contain Park He-Chul. They've been attacking through the air, so DJ Majesty just now getting into the game. 3rd
down and 5. This is a big 3rd down, and Houston's defense has struggled in this place all season. The pass to the outside is caught, and turning the corner and stepping out of bounds for a first down is Taylor to the 48-yard line. And these passes by Daniel Garcia are so pretty to the outside. I mean, just out of the reach.
We call it pinpoint accuracy.
I like that.
1st and 10 of the 48. Houston just can't catch a break as Daniel Garcia is on another level this evening here in Cleveland. Back to pass Garcia. And Garcia fires it short, pass caught at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 323 yards now and 4 touchdowns with no picks for Daniel Garcia.
You know, it is phenomenal, the changes that Eric Barkley made from last year to this year in his team, his philosophy. I mean, this is incredible.
6:06 to go in the third. 20-point lead for the Corsairs. 3 receivers all up to the top of the screen. Hand off to Park He-Chul, and he tried to get away, but Houston all over that. And really, now that I'm thinking about it, a 3rd and long for the Corsairs. I don't think they've had one all day.
No, they haven't. They've been pretty much 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. And it seems like every time they get 3rd down, they convert.
Spoiler alert to the Houston D, Legacy and He-Chul.
4-3 defense. 3rd down and 8. They need just ahead of the 38-yard line to remain on the field. Garcia back to pass. Garcia steps up off his back foot. The pass is knocked away by Rockefeller. Stepping up in the clutch, and Houston finally gets a defensive stop and will force the punting unit onto the field.
Kanye.
Rockefeller. You guys should go on a circus tour of voices, man. You guys got it going on back there.
I don't do circuses, but I'll stand up in a comedy club and do a couple of voices before you can.
Spit take by Cam.
No, I held it in. We're all good. Houston nearly blocked the punt. Boy, that would have been big. Inside the 10, this ball will bounce down to the 1 and into the end zone. So not a good roll there for the second time around for Queen City. And the Hyenas will bring it out to the 20. It's still just a 3-score game with still a quarter and a half to go in the SFL Championship game. Queen City's defense, which has held the Hyenas to 2 touchdowns. McCoo, Shine, Lyons, Salvador, and Daniel. Only 5 defenders because Bo Davis is the 6th, the kicker for Queen City. And Queen City's defense with 5 defenders, 5-star defenders, that is, getting it done. Darnell Black gets around the outside, picks up a block, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Jesus Salvador really slows him down. Pick up a 15 yards, but a nice play to stretch Black out to the outside, and he gets a good chunk there.
If it wasn't for Garcia, Darnell Black would be candidate for MVP today.
Yeah, you're right about that. And if Darnell Black was playing back in my days, the coach would have grabbed him and told him, son, you take your right there and you put it right in his chest and you run him over.
You got to like what you see from Black. I think the story still is Courtney Coleman. Hey, he threw an interception last time he was on the field. Let's see if his confidence is shaken or not.
1st and 10 at the 35, 4:48 to go in the third. Coleman back to pass. Coleman taking a deep shot to Sim, and the pass is intercepted again. At the 45-yard line, Sim was double covered, going over the middle. Upset about it, and the interception is made by Daniel again, who now has 2 picks in the quarter.
Well, they've read the scouting report. They know that DR Sim has really taken them through the playoffs. And, hey, they're on him like white on rice.
Yes, they are. Like Black on an anteater.
1st down and 10 at the 45 now for Queen City. Houston's defense did it the last time. Can they do it again? They get a stop. Hyenas in trouble as Queen City looks for dynasty status. Oh, Houston jumped offside again. And the pass is caught. And breaking a tackle, still on his feet, picks up about 6 yards. And this game is just starting to turn a bit sour here for the Hyenas. That's the 3rd time they've jumped offside.
Houston is their own worst enemy.
They are. They're not being efficient as they were before, in this game. I don't know if the game is too big for them. Maybe so.
Houston they have all rookie players on their squad. They don't have the veteran leadership that Queen City has played with today. As Garcia, Legacy, Heachol, Daniel, they've all had fantastic games. That pass is caught again. What a laser to the 35. Legacy now is $182.
And this dude is throwing the ball in double coverage and converting these catches.
Garcia has been here before. He's been to this game. He has stepped up in the moment. We talked about the importance of experience. You talk about rookies on the Houston side of the ball. We're showing it right now how much experience plays a part in having success in the championship game.
1st and 10 of the 35. Out of the split back set, Garcia's in the gun. Usually takes off here. No, he's going to throw. Back to pass against a late blitz. Pass caught, and Hamilton clobbers the receiver at the 28. Studwell again. Picks up 7 yards, and Taylor wears 81, Legacy wears 82, Studwell wears 83. It's confusing everyone out there on the field.
I think the biggest thing here, though, is that Houston can't generate any kind of pressure on Garcia.
Yeah, nothing so far. 2nd down and 3, handoff to Heachol, and Heachol is buried. Heachol has sort of calmed down as DJ Majesty picks up the tackle. Houston has done a pretty good job of containing him. They just have no answer for Daniel Garcia, who really is putting some passes where Houston can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it feels like Heachol has gotten cold, sitting kind of on the sidelines, really, where Garcia has just exploded in his own fire.
3 receivers, 2 to the right, 4 on the line for Houston. 3rd down and 4. Be a 46-yard field goal from here. Park Heachol is actually going to lose. Well, they mark him down for no gain. He had to have lost at least a half a yard there, and it'll be a long field goal for Bo Davis, but it stays a 3-score game.
You got to like Houston's defensive effort. I mean, they may not be keeping them from scoring here, but you got to like that they were able to hold Heachol there, and they survived Garcia's streak.
Yeah, they're not giving up. They're not throwing in the towel by any means. I think they're just going to keep fighting and keep pecking away.
46-yard field goal is good from Bo Davis, who's now 3 for 3 on the day. In fact, he has 13 of Queen City's 37 points. Has nearly outscored Houston all on his own. 37-14. Corsairs are now up by 23. But as we've said, Houston keeps it a 3-score game here late in the 3rd quarter.
got to see something from Houston's offense on this drive. It's getting too late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to, from here on out, Houston's got to play mistake-free.
Absolutely.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers from Courtney Coleman. And guys, I would think that's just, that's just a guy trying to force something, trying to get something involved, trying to get something going, because he stayed turnover-free in the first half as Barry Bergens, a normal person, be taken to the ER after that hit. That was vicious.
I would agree with you, Cam, except for the fact that Coleman exhibited those traits or those tendencies during the regular season, because I might remind you that he had 23 interceptions against 20 touchdowns.
First down and 10 to the 23. Following the game, please join us on the Inside the SFL podcast for the post-game reaction. We'll have, as Coleman drops back the pass here on 1st and 10, that pass is dropped. Boy, it's just falling apart right now for Houston as Queen City starting to get a surge in momentum. But Inside the SFL is coming up with Doug Bose. Doug, tell me if Ed's going to be co-hosting with you. I'm not sure on that information. But they'll take your calls and get all of your reaction to not only this championship game, but a Season 6 full of brilliance. And whether Queen City, with 3 titles in 6 seasons, if this result holds, can now be considered a Sim football dynasty as Coleman drops back the pass. Deep shot down the field. The pass is tipped up in the air and nearly caught, but incomplete. Sim had a chance at it, but couldn't haul it in. 3rd down.
You want to get Sim more involved, but look, we haven't heard anything from Fed, Bergens,
nothing.
Wiggins. These guys need to play their roles as well. Bergens and Fed are deep threats that we don't talk about a lot. And they need some deep plays. I want to see those guys more.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10 at the 23. Coleman back to pass. Needs to keep the chains moving. The pass is caught 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Josh Fed ran the route short of the sticks, and the Queen City bench loves it as another punt is upcoming.
Courtney Coleman is playing like Brandon Wheaton when he took over from Cowboys when Romo got hurt last year. Pathetic.
Wow, that's harsh.
4th and 2 is understandably so.
That was as
kind as you could be
like
on. Oh, I understand.
4th down and 2 for Houston. They'll kick it away. It's a 3-score game. They can't let it get any worse than it is right now. The defense has to force some sort of a turnover as the punt return is up to the 36-yard line. Still got a whole another quarter to go in this game, and you're almost, after the crazy playoffs, you're almost expecting something crazy to go down.
Yes.
And as the game goes along, we're starting to see, that may not be happening today.
Cam, not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast. You're right
Houston
about
got
that.
2 comeback wins, baby. We're going to stay positive.
1st and 10 at the 36, hand off to Heachol, and Heachol is wrapped up, only a 1-yard gain. He has done nothing in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Houston seems like they've solved the Cam equation. Now they need to solve the Garcia equation.
The Cam equation?
I'm sorry, the Parkeet Chul equation.
I was racking my brain.
You know what they say, puff, puff, pass. I didn't pass.
2nd and 9 at the 37. Back to pass Garcia. Flips it out to Heachol. What an adjustment of the ball by Parkeet Chul. But DJ Majesty gives him a shoulder and a pop at the 41-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Wow, he lit him up like a doobie.
They sent a little bit of a message right there. You gotta like the toughness by the defense. Now they just need to be consistent.
It seems as if the front 7 is playing their part, but what about the back 4?
Haven't heard Rockefeller's name a lot.
3rd down and 5 at the 41-yard line. 3 receivers here for Garcia. He'll drop back the pass against a 4-man rush. Fires it down the field. The pass is dropped and off the hands of J.J. Hallen. Finally, Houston catches some sort of a break there as Hallen unable to haul it in. And Queen City has to punt again, and Houston is hanging around.
Wow, that's incredible. That's only the 2nd drop pass for Queen City this game. Last week, I'm not sure how many they had. But today I was thinking, man, they are catching everything.
20 seconds to go here in the 3rd. 37-14. Queen City's up by 23. Corsairs will punt it away with no pressure. in the face of the punter. Deep kick to the 19-yard line. Hyenas on a return up at the 22. With 12 seconds to go in the third. Those 2 interceptions by Courtney Coleman, among other things, separating the offenses in this game. But if there's any positive for the Hyenas, their defense continues to give Courtney Coleman some shots here in the third quarter.
Yes, it's almost like the Hyenas can't get their momentum going, getting their mojo going.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line with Black off to the right. Coleman to throw, flips it out quickly, and that's only a completion of 2. Corsairs all over that as Coleman just now above 100 yards passing.
That was the dumbest play I've ever seen. What was that?
That is the end of the third quarter. We'll keep it here. Houston 14, Queen City 37.
The look on that coach's face is the look that's on my face.
You know what? I think that's more of a confidence play there. They're just trying to get some of Coleman's confidence back. You know, I hear rumors he may be playing for his job. So you combine that with his 2 interceptions, his confidence probably at an all-time low right now.
Oh, you best believe he's playing for his job.
2nd and 8 at the 24. Coleman hands it off to Darnell Black, and Black will hurdle a defender and pick up 4. Tried to stretch him to the outside. Can't blame him because Darnell Black has been their biggest deep threat of this offense today.
Yeah, Black has came in, and I guess he heard the comment that I said as far as he needs to start running with a little bit more heart, and he has done that. Coleman really got to get it together, man. He got to find his targets. He got some great receivers out there. Go ahead, Cam. Take it.
3rd down and 4. They're going to run it again. Darnell Black, and that picks up only 1. And Houston, it seems like Houston's defense has that fire, has that pop, has that you know, they seem hyped up, and the offense just doesn't seem hyped up. It's almost like they're 2 different teams out there.
It's like they're way out of sync.
Coleman has lost his confidence. You can see it.
And I think the coaching staff for Houston has lost their confidence in Coleman as well, judging by that run on 3rd and 4.
I hope you don't be upset if the owner said he's losing confidence as well.
Well, I can't. It doesn't do anything for me to get upset at you because you already said it. So we just have to move on.
So what you're saying is Coleman might be looking for a job next year?
He may be looking for a job next year, but I think I know what's wrong, and I just have to go in and just make a few tweaks, and I think he'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately for Houston, the tweaks, there's only 1 quarter to go left in this season. 3 receivers off to the left side for Queen City. They're trying to put a statement here in this 4th quarter on this game, but they just can't seem to break away and make the final official, as that's just another 1-yard gain for Parkee Chol.
I like how the defense is swarming to the ball. There's a lot more energy. We're seeing a lot more energy out of these guys than they did in the first half. It's just too bad their offense didn't come to play today.
2nd down and 9 at the 36. 3 receivers for Garcia. Garcia back to pass. He'll fire left side. The pass wide open out past the 45. Rockefeller chasing the 26-yard line. A pickup of 38. It's Legacy again. He's over 200, and Daniel Garcia may be having his best game of his career.
Not sure what happened there. Houston was in a man, and they just let Legacy go.
Arrington bumped him off. I think Arrington thought he had over the top help.
How did Santa Fe ever allow Daniel Garcia to get out of the Guerrillas organization? I'll never know. He's making a true statement right here.
9 minutes to go in the ball game. Queen City back to pass again. Garcia, they're staying aggressive. That pass is caught again. That's a pickup of 14. Brock Studwell as Majesty makes the tackle, but it's almost like Daniel Garcia's broken out of the funk that he was in. Just the little mini funk there, and he's back to throwing the ball all around the yard.
Dare I say it? I really hate to say it, but right now Daniel Garcia is reminding me of that boy in Golden State.
Steph Curry?
Yes, sir.
Dominant. 1st and 10 at the 12. Back to pass, Garcia. Garcia fires short. Oh! Thought it was going to be intercepted. The pass is caught by Allen. He spins off a defender and picks up 8. Unbelievable. They just can't do anything wrong today.
Oh, Steph Curry.
Normal passes like that are either deflected or dropped by the receiver.
Should have been intercepted.
It should have been intercepted.
If you've got any of these Queen City wide receivers, the tight end, got any of these guys on your fantasy team, you're loving it right now.
Cho picks up 1. Still 3rd down and 1 at the 3, but a field goal all but puts this game out of reach for Houston. They'd fall down by 26. Gregory on the tackle. Man, what a play by Howland.
Right.
That was pick six city right there.
Yeah.
3rd down and 1 at the 3.
Just shows who wants the championship more.
Howland's in the slot. Taylor bottom of the screen. Legacy top of the screen. Hecho in the backfield. 3rd down and 1 at the 3. 7:28 to go in the ball game. Garcia back to pass. Garcia fires end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown. 43-14. It's Brock Studwell and Daniel Garcia. At the end of the day, may be having the best championship game performance in SFL history.
Queen City has been confusing that Hyena defense all day with those crossing patterns. The defender always drops off, whether they're in zone or man. They've just not been able to contain it.
I hope Garcia doesn't have any plans after this. He's for sure heading to Disneyland, I believe.
I think his plan was Disneyland. After last year, after the way that Garcia was sitting on the sidelines while Zach Zulli and Greg Corky did their thing and won that game for the DC Dragons in arguably the greatest SFL game ever played. And he couldn't do anything about it. He just sat on the sidelines and watched his championship dreams wash away. And he has made sure tonight that the game would not come down to him being on the sideline. From the 2, Bergen's on the return. Bergen's past the 20, past the 25, and up to the 28-yard line. 7:19 to go. Daniel Garcia now, I believe, 5 touchdowns, no picks on the day, although he may have 6.
And what has he got, like 1,000 yards passing?
Somewhere around there. I think he's got about 4.
1st and 10.
15 carries, 131 yards for Darnell Black in a losing effort, but Black has had a good day, as he did last week. Darnell Black got moving. Later in the season, he'll take the handoff as Houston tries to milk some clock and pick up 4 yards.
Like I said, if not for Garcia, Darnell Black would be candidate for MVP of the game.
Well, I don't know why they're trying to milk the clock. They need to push the ball down the field.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 32-yard.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy that has no confidence under center, though. I mean, he's afraid to throw to anybody but DR Sim, and it's getting picked off when he does.
2nd down and 6 at the 32. Back to pass Coleman. Coleman fires down the field. That pass is caught. That is Josh Fedd, really for the first time in this game, connecting with Coleman on a deep route for a move of the chains.
Definitely got to see more of that. Should have seen it earlier, but maybe it gets him a little bit more confidence now. Maybe he'll, he is fighting for more than a championship. He's fighting for his job.
I know it's too early to call the game, but right now I think Houston's playing for pride and contracts for the offseason. So I'd like to see him go down and score here.
Eric Barkley is a quarterback whisperer, and we'll get to that in a moment. 1st and 10 to the 46, and off to Darnell Black. If you recall, now this is diving deep back into the history books. West St. Clair was a quarterback in OKC. He lost the championship game. That next year, West St. Clair left the team that he played for, and he went to play for Eric Barkley. And that next season, West St. Clair won a title. And Barkley has done that for a second time with a second quarterback, where he has taken a guy who lost the championship the year prior, taken him under his wing, and gotten him a championship the following season. You just can't write that stuff.
No, you can't. And like I said, as I said earlier, Eric Barkley, it's been phenomenal what this team looks like compared to last season.
5:25 to go. Wrapping up the 6th SFL Championship game. Back to pass Coleman. Flips it out to Black. That's the 1st down. And boy, we really didn't see anything from Darnell Black in the passing game in that first half either. But a nice gain there to the 32.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Darnell integrated a lot more in the passing game, but it wasn't to be. They've gotten now it's probably just a little bit too late for that. But that would have been nice to see.
First and 10 at the 32. Queen City is up by 30. Houston obviously doesn't want the final score to end that way. Back to pass, deep shot, tipped up in the air and incomplete. Threw it into triple coverage as Killing, Salvador, everyone out there for the Corsairs knocking that pass away. And right now Houston just trying to play, trying to make sure that they are not put in the history books for the wrong reason, as this is currently the largest margin of victory in a championship game in the SFL history.
Well, I'm going to say it's no shame because this Queen City team has been phenomenal.
Second down and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to pass. Coleman flips it out to Black. The block just picked up by DR Sim. Picks up 5 and run out of bounds. Patrick Daniel now with his 5th tackle. And, of course, had those big 2 interceptions there in that third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if the adjustments that would be made by the other team, but I would say Queen City could almost probably stand pat and have a chance of repeating next season.
Well, now DC did the same thing. What happened to them? Didn't make the playoff. Good call. Back to pass, Coleman. I'm just saying, Coleman deep shot in the end zone. That pass caught. Touchdown for DR Sim over the top of Kenneth Lyons, and the Hyenas get past 20 as DR Sim catches his second pass for a score today.
And that's what we've been asking for, all game. Is for some type of big play to happen, and it's a shame that it's happened, at 4.5 minutes left in the game.
That was a beautiful throw, too.
It was a beautiful throw. That time he didn't underthrow the ball.
No.
If you notice tonight, half the passes he's thrown were underthrown.
Right.
4:36 to go. Extra point coming here for Houston. It will be interesting to see. I would imagine they would onside kick here after the bit of momentum they just received. Extra point is up and good, and it's 21-44 now with the Hyenas down by 23, and we've seen a lot of crazy things, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I don't know with 4:36 to go if we're going to see something like that. Onside kick coming here for the Hyenas. A last gasp effort to try to make a comeback here. Onside kick is deep off the hands, and Houston recovers at the 44-yard line with 4:35 to go. So Houston will now have a shot to cut it down to 2 scores with a score there. That was a great onside kick as the Queen City player was falling backwards and hit him in the hands.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Now, Cam, is that the first onside kick recovery by the kicking team?
I've seen a handful. Now whether or not they can do it again, I don't think I've ever seen 2 in the same game. But Houston certainly on their way here as you look at Coleman's updated numbers. Buck 67, 2 picks and 2 scores. First and 10 at the 44. Split backs for Coleman. Back to pass against a blitz. And Coleman needs to throw the ball. He's sacked for a loss of 7 as the blitz got to him. Down to 4:22 to go in the fourth. Not a good way to start the drive following an onside kick recovery. Black is wide open on the outside, but good pursuit there. Yields a 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and 13. Quickly a 3rd down and long situation here for the Hyenas. Back to throw, Coleman. Coleman's got time. Fires left side. Knocked away by Lyons. 4th down just like that.
You think they got to go for it? Well, they got to go for it. You got to do something.
I would imagine they would, unless they just feel like, the game is out of reach.
Right. Yeah, they I would say go for it.
Yeah, offense still on the field, so they're going to go for it here. 4th down and 13. We know Coleman's magical on 4th down after last week's insanity there in the final couple of minutes. 4:02 to go. 4th and 13 for Houston. Coleman back to pass, and he fires down the field. Pass is caught. First down to the Queen City 38-yard line. Reception is made by DR Sim. 3:52 to go in the 4th quarter as Coleman races back up to the line with 4 wide receivers. Back to pass Coleman. Coleman pump fake now down the middle of the field. That pass is caught for a 6-yard gain.
He's obviously still magical on 4th down.
3:40 and counting. 2nd down and 4 at the 32-yard line. Coleman to throw again. Coleman getting into rhythm. Dumps it off short, and Black was touched down by Daniel. Pickup of 2. 3rd down and 2. The clock is still rolling. Houston taking a lot of time off this clock. Back to pass Coleman. Coleman fires down the middle of the field. That pass is incomplete. 4th down again at the 31-yard line with 3:19 to go.
Wow.
Running this no-huddle offense, great. I wish they would have started this earlier, but you just can't drop passes like that.
You can't drop passes like that.
Yeah, right off the hands. He did have Lyons and Daniel bearing down on him.
Big-time players are supposed to make big plays in big-time games.
Yeah, when it's crunch time, they're supposed to take that crunch.
You're absolutely right. You got to. You got to be a bulldog, man.
4th and 2 at the 31. 44-21. Houston trying to stay alive. Black's in the backfield. Coleman to throw. Coleman deep. Down the oh, what a play! What a play by Jesus Salvador for the interception and the cherry on top of this game. Salvador getting up to make that play as Queen City takes over. What a play.
Yeah, he read the quarterback's eyes on that. He was dropping back into his left half of the zone. Saw Coleman going to his right. Went and got it.
And Coleman likely seals his offseason fate with that very pass.
1st down and 10 at the 11. Daniel Garcia is going to get his first championship for Jake Legacy and DJ McCoo. It'll be their 3rd. As Parkey Chol now is going to get the carry, and no one wants to chase that guy anymore. He picks up 8 after a couple of poor angles to the football for Houston's defense as this clock will continue to roll.
And now Houston still needs to get a stop here because I don't think Queen City is going to take their foot off the gas pedal.
And I'll be honest with you, going into next season, I don't think I consider Queen City, even though they're coming away with the championship, I'm not sure I consider them the favorites to come out of their conference next year. Minneapolis had a wonderful season. We've got the Sparrows who played very well. They've got good star players, and that might be Queen City's legacy this season as they didn't get enough respect.
That pass is intercepted by Rockefeller at the 22. Go ahead, Steve.
No, they didn't get enough respect, and you think that they'd earned it by now. I just know how talented their common.
It looks like Houston finally covered the crossing pattern.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did. Rockefeller finally stepped over. Again, they had a linebacker on a tight end, but that time Rockefeller finally read it, as you said, Greg. Very nice call.
Right.
And also previously on that same play, on that route, the safety was up inside the box. So this time Rockefeller was back in the back in zone.
4 receivers, 3 off to the left side. Back to pass Coleman. Deep shot into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Josh Fed with 2:21 to go. He was wide open as finally Houston exploited that generic corner on the outside, which we thought Baltimore would do. Never did. And Houston has struggled getting that matchup as well. But Josh Fed scores a touchdown. It's now 44-27 with 2:21 to go.
But just to piggyback on what you were saying, Steve, about Queen City not being favored, if I'm not mistaken, they beat the Maulers once. If I'm not mistaken.
They sure did.
So I mean, I think they're fairly even, and they can hold their own with teams such as the Maulers. So I'm looking forward to next season, to be honest with you.
Well, let's not forget both of these teams are 7-5 during the regular season, so they weren't dominant by any means.
No,
they
not
got
at all.
hot at the right time, and the right players stepped up in the right situations for both of them to get to this point. And today, it was just Daniel Garcia's day.
Oh, my goodness.
He just came out and showed how hungry he was as far as to come in and snatch that championship right out of the hands of Houston, and he deserved it. The guy played clutch in the playoffs. Yeah.
Onside kick here, and Queen City will recover this one. Now, keep in mind, there's still the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts for the Hyenas, so Houston could get the ball back here and make things interesting again, but I have to love the way that the Hyenas have stayed the course, fought back in this game, scored 2 unanswered touchdowns, and really, showed their pride here late in this game as well.
This has been a tale of 2 quarterbacks. You've got one who has just played his best game, and it looks like to me that he's ever played. And then you've got the other one who's shown exactly what he's shown throughout the season. He's been inconsistent, but he's Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute he's throwing interceptions, the next minute it's a beautiful pass for a touchdown. You just don't know what you're going to get from this guy.
Right.
Yeah. 2-minute warning after that 1-yard loss. Majesty on the tackle. So it's 2nd down and 11. Houston will start burning some timeouts now. Queen City is still out of field goal range, so if they're able to continue to keep them out of it, it's still a 2-score game and they could get the ball back and really make things interesting.
I think Courtney Coleman doesn't know his own strength. And the reason why I say that because he throws a lot of underthrown balls. But then he throws a lot of deep balls that are just beautiful.
Yeah, he's not very consistent, or at least he hasn't been today.
Keachel in the backfield will likely get the carry here. 2nd down and 11, and he is smashed. A 2-yard loss. The Houston Hyenas have adjusted well to the counter attack from Park Hee-chul in this second half. He has largely been ineffective, and that's what has gotten lost in the shuffle in this game is Houston actually, you know, if Daniel Garcia wouldn't have had the best game of his career, this would be a different game right now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
3rd down and 13 for Queen City. Are they going to throw here? They're going to, wow, look at that. They're going to throw, and Garcia's going to be sacked. Houston with the sack.
Big sack. 1
timeout for the Hyenas, but Houston will get the ball. Down 2 scores with 1:52 to go, and after a couple of deep balls, deep connections from Courtney Coleman, now I'm starting to second guess whether or not we're not in store for some more craziness here.
Can I give an Evans impression?
Well, just a second. Actually, Garcia was pulled. That was not Garcia out there. They had the reserves out there and hurt Queen City. Go ahead with your Elvis impression.
Thank you very much.
To everyone that's still listening out there, I apologize. I'm supposed to be able to filter whether something's good for the air or not. I didn't do a very good job of that on that time, so I sorry I let that through.
You're going to start with the insults.
Return up to the 19-yard line by Bergens. So now Houston here, they need 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and an onside kick recovery in 1:45. They already got one onside kick recovery today, but a lot to go right, but at least they put themselves in position to make something crazy happen.
Coleman's got to chunk it.
3-receiver set.
Has to bring the rain.
Back to pass Coleman, and they'll check it down, looking for a block. That pass is caught, 5-yard gain for Wiggins, but that's not what you need.
What was that?
I have no idea.
Not what you need. That's what that was. A minute and a half to go. Coleman needs to look down the field, and he does this time off to the right side. Now that was a perfect play to Josh Bed. It stops the clock with 1:25 to go, and the ball's at the 38. Killings on the coverage, but a nice ball there from Coleman off the Fed.
And that versus he is to the idea, Coleman needs to go downfield. If they have any hope at all, it's got to be downfield. This nitpicking is not going to get it.
Not at all.
Make sure to check the link in the chat room. Inside the SFL will be starting very shortly. On a talk show, the link is in the chat room, so please, as Houston's going to pick up another first down, please follow up with the show and call in and give your thoughts about the SFL season or about the SFL in general and this championship game here tonight as well. All coming up on the inside the SFL. That pass is caught on the sideline, stops the clock, 1:06 to go, ball at the 35. Bergens on the last catch.
Here's the problem with Houston going long. Queen City knows that they're going to do that. So what Coleman's doing right now, he's just taking what they're giving to them. And that was actually a really nice ball right there to get past the defender.
I'll agree. That was. And I understand because it looks like on that particular play, Queen City was in a cover 3. So I understand him not going deep on that.
So 1st down and 10. Ball at the 35. Out of the shotgun, Coleman. Flips it outside. Black needs to make sure he gets out of bounds. Instead, he spins inside and picks up 4.
Lord.
I could see it coming. I could see it coming from a mile away.
Hey, we talk about experience. Rookie mistake right there.
2nd and 6 of the 30. Coleman swings it left side. That pass is caught. Fed looking for the sideline. Josh Fed has been their best weapon on this drive. Coleman, 25 of 36, 282, which doesn't look half bad if it didn't show the 3 picks either.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in there.
Yeah, 3 picks really hurt. Now there's only 47 seconds left in this game. I mean, what you gonna do?
1st and 10 at the 21. 3 receivers. Coleman's out of the gun. Houston just needs a touchdown and to give themselves a shot at a miracle finish. Coleman back to pass. He'll flip it out to Black, and Black actually wisely runs out of bounds because that play wasn't going anywhere. 2nd and 12. Can't win them all.
Yeah, that was not the pass to throw. Because, I mean, at this point in time, if he throws an interception, I mean, is he going to lose? Or is the team going to lose anymore? I mean, they got to take chances. They've got to take chances.
Yeah, you got to go deep. Take a shot at the end zone right now.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. Coleman's out of the gun. 3-2 defense for the Corsairs. Back to pass Coleman, and he flips it out again for a 1-yard loss. And to Coleman's credit here, there may be nobody open down the field. He wants to keep the comeback possible by not making a mistake because he's already made mistakes today.
I want to know where Wiggins is. That should be Coleman's security blanket down the middle. When all of his wide receivers are covered in that cover defense, where is his tight end?
3rd down and 13. Ball at the 24. Coleman to throw. Coleman deep. Down the field. Caught at the 4. And Houston had to burn their last time out, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Bergen's now 1st down and goal for the Hyenas. They're still playing.
They got to score right here. This next play, they have to score.
What a catch.
Great individual effort. Needed more of that throughout the game.
That could have been an interception, too.
It could have.
We said that all day on the other side of the ball for Queen City, the way he threaded the passes. Almost every pass seemed like could have been an interception, but he nailed them.
1st and goal at the 4. 3 receivers for Coleman. And I do agree with you guys. I think you got to score on this play or at least stop the clock. Back to pass Coleman. Coleman goes to the end zone. The pass is caught in the back of the end zone by Brad Wiggins. Get those toes in. It's a 10-point game, and now they need the 2.
There is that man I was talking about. Oh, they needed that.
Good call. Good call.
Oh, man. Well, they still got to get the 2, and I can't react until they recover the onside kick, because otherwise it's all a moot point anyway. But 2-point conversion here to make it a 1-score game now. And Coleman back to throw, fires, the pass is knocked away. That's all she wrote. D.R. Sim was the intended receiver, and the 2-point conversion runs dry for the Hyenas now with 31 seconds to go.
I don't like that call. I wanted to see them go to Black. He got them a very important 2-point conversion in the playoffs. I thought for sure they were going to go with that man.
Yeah, I did also. I thought they was going to go to Black. Just give it to him pretty much up the middle or head toward the right side of the field.
Onside kick is recovered by Queen City. It looked like Houston may have had a chance at it, but no go. Just 1 victory formation. We'll get quick thoughts from our analysts and run down some of the final stats from the game's biggest stars. And then we'll flip it over quickly to Inside the SFL because we want to give them their airtime. The Queen City Corsairs are your Season 6 Winter 2016 champions. The 3rd championship for Eric Barkley, AJ Caswell, and the rest of the cast of the Queen City organization. The 1st year back as the Corsairs in bright green and black, and they bring Buffalo a title. 44-34. The Corsairs with the victory here today on a beautiful day in Cleveland. The score closer than the game was throughout the contest, but a brilliant ball game as Queen City holds on and wins by 10. As we break down some final stats for you here before we get our analyst thoughts. As we're waiting on the stats to come through. 498 to 495 in total yardage. Garcia ends up with 413 passing yards. Queen City had 10-plus minutes more of time of possession in this game as well. Darnell Black, 143 yards and a touchdown. Parkey Chul, 76 yards. DJ Majesty ends with 10 tackles. Alonzo Hamilton with 8. A couple of sacks on either side by some defensive linemen as quarterback pressure was sparse today, but got there eventually. 413 yards for Garcia, 5 touchdowns, no picks. Coleman 302, 4 and 3. Bo Davis had the 3 made field goals, including one that was partially blocked. That's all she wrote with the Corsairs winning by 10. Daniel also had 2 interceptions in this game. Jake Legacy finishes with 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. DR Sim, 78 yards and 2 scores. And fellas, I'll let you take it from here briefly on your final thoughts on another great day of SFL action and another tremendous SFL season.
I'd like to say congratulations to Eric Barkley for winning the championship. Also to Dr. Sim here, Demond. I mean, congratulations to you for first-year franchise going to the title game. Congratulations. There are more things to come at you down the road. But, yeah, this was just an outstanding game and game plan by the Queen City Corsairs, and congratulations to them.
For me, it's all about Daniel Garcia, how he returned to the championship game. This time, he's not on the sidelines. He was under center. He took control of this game. He was the biggest difference maker in winning the championship.
Yeah, Garcia came in and played outstanding football today. The guy wanted it more, man. Like I said earlier, the guy was here last year. He was embarrassed. He sat on the sideline, as Cam said earlier as well, and just watched DC celebrate on the field, and he wanted that. And this guy came out and showed that he wanted it, He just played phenomenal. And you got to give it up to Legacy as well, man. This dude came out of nowhere and just stole the show, Great team performance by QCC as a whole. There wasn't just a one-man deal. They came in here as a group, as a team, and they played well.
On the other side of the ball, Courtney Coleman, obviously the interceptions really hurt them. Very inconsistent, but he showed why he's here. He showed that potential that he has. Is he going to stay on this franchise? Is another franchise going to pick him up? Is he going to be next year's Daniel Garcia?
Again, tune into Inside the SFL coming up on TalkShoe. Jake Legacy finished with 12 catches for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was the 2K Sports Player of the game. And I want to correct myself. Daniel Garcia did have the 1 interception late in that game by Kanye Rockefeller. For Damon Simeon, Stephen Mullenix, and Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. 103 games. If you didn't think we could pull it off, we sure did. 44-34, Queen City, your Season 6 champions. Inside the SFL starts now. Good night, everybody.